The tyre track's disappeared. This beach has got far too soft for me to drive on. I've got to try and do a U-turn. I've done myself a mischief here. Oh, this is a really, really bad place to be bogged. And I'm down. Parked it up there. And I seen something pop its head up. What an epic little afternoon. Welcome back to another episode of The Explore Life. If you've just tuned in, basically I'm currently living my dream. I've got the 79 series. Normally I've got a caravan behind me and I've taken off, left Queensland, and I'm on my way around Australia. We're currently down around the town of beautiful Esperance. Now, if you followed along last ep, you would have seen myself and Nav out doing a little bit of fishing. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, chuck us a like if you're enjoying the content. Make sure you go back and follow up until this point. Lockdown under series, as we're cruising around our home country because we're not allowed out. Last ep, we were in between two national parks, Cape Legrand and Cape Arid. Now, I've gone back into town. I had to drop Navi off. He flew out, which is a little bit sad, back on me lonesome. We're going to do a bit of an epic mission the next couple of days. We're going to climb a few mountains, see if we can chase some fish, and I'm going to run right out to the furthest point, Israelite Bay, which is right at the furthest point of Cape Arid. It's meant to be free camping out there, and then I'm going to work my way back and show you all the beautiful spots that I didn't have time to show you with Navi. This is just such an epic bit of coastline. Unfortunately, this is something I'm going to run into the whole WA. Check it out, Cape Arid National Park. Campgrounds fully booked. Unfortunately, that is just a way of life at the moment. These places are booked up until 6 weeks in advance. It is absolutely insane. But for now, let's make our way up to Cape Arid through the national park. See if we can't find this Israelite Bay. I've been told it's a bit of a rough track in. A little bit of four-wheel driving, which would be good, which is the main reason I left the van behind, because I was told it's probably not worth it. So, let's get into it. Let's go. Just thought I'd mention what I'm using to find all these maps is predominantly HEMA. I've got the HEMA app on my phone. It has its pros and cons. A lot of it seems to be outdated these days. They need to give it a bit of a revamp, in my opinion, but it definitely is a must when you want to find little locations and follow all the off-road. Obviously you can have your hard maps and bits and pieces, but HEMA, and then to double check HEMA, I actually use an app. It's completely free. I may have told you guys this. It's called maps.me. Check it out, completely free, and 9 times out of 10 it's pretty good as well. So a few hours to put under the belt. We got some jerky, put some tunes on, away we go. Look how cool this is. I'm just slowing down. There is a massive flock of black cockatoos. I swear they're black cockatoos. How cool is this? Sun going down in the background. You can hear all these birds. I'm not sure exactly what they are. They look like a black cockatoo. There is hundreds of them in these pine trees. Pretty cool. I thought I'd jump out, show you the sign. Just sort of taking it in. What a beautiful little afternoon. All right, so this is where we're off to. Israelite Bay. No fuel, water. Drive on existing track only. But this is the track that they recommended I not bring the van on. Could be a fun little afternoon trying to get out there. Let's see how we go. How epic is this? I've just jumped out, I've just jumped up on top of the truck here to get a full view of this absolutely epic little sunset that's going on behind me. Let me give you a look. Look at the sun's going down. All the colours are just starting to pop. That'll get even better in the next 5 minutes. Epic. What an epic little afternoon.
Carry me outside.
It's been a while since I've been in the old rooftop tent. Absolutely stoked. I love rooftop tent life. I've missed it a little bit. I mean, it's hard to beat a king size bed, but rooftop tent life, the little cubby house, it's going to be a bit of fun. There's some old ruins down here. The ones in front of me, I can just see them in the corner of my eye with the spotties. I'll just put my light bar on. This was originally the track that connected Perth to Adelaide. This was the first telegraph line, I believe, that ran along this coastline. So these are the old telegraph station ruins. I'll try and get into Israelite Bay tonight, and then we've got to come back this way. Not the exact same track. I'm going to take a different track most of the way back, but we'll come back and check out these little, well, not so little ruins. They look pretty cool. Made it out to Israelite Bay, out to the coast here. I'm right on the beach at the moment. There is not another soul out here. Come through all this little camping site area. There is nobody camped out here at all. Moon just over the water there. It is mill pond out here. There is no waves whatsoever. Starting to wonder if I've made a mistake here. That track was pretty rough, but I reckon I might wake up tomorrow and be a little bit sad that I don't have the tinny. So I might find a camp just back in behind the dunes, and we'll be good. Well, here we go. This is us for the night. Little camp. I think I'm only maybe 50 meters from the beach. Can't hear any other cars. I don't think there's anyone else camped out here, to be honest. So she's a tad eerie when there's not another soul out here and you're so far away, but we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. I went for a little bit of a drive further up, pulled in, and there was meter and a half of seaweed. So I think this little entrance here might be our best bet. But there's just tracks going everywhere around here. There's tracks just everywhere. I just got lost for a minute there and had to come back the way I knew. So this will do for the night. You won't be able to see, but I just popped the old bush company up on top. So crack a Larry. Just trying to decide whether to have dinner or not. You know when you can't be stuffed, especially when you're solo, you're like, yeah, breakfast is tomorrow. I reckon that might do. I'm absolutely knackered from that drive, to be honest, so might grab the camp chair out, crack this Larry, and call it a night. Wake up nice and early, see if we can't get a bit of a sunrise and see what she's like. See you in the morning. Alright, good morning. What a cracking little night's sleep up in the bush company. I really have missed sleeping up in that thing. It's so easy, just rock up, 2 latches. We've still got the big rain fly off from all those hectic winds, so that might be a little job today. It takes a couple of minutes, but I might just slide that back in. Woke up this morning, I set an alarm nice and early, threw the drone up, and it looked sensational. Just gonna go for a little wander now down to the water. because I'm so used to having the van, I just grabbed a couple of clothes, completely forgot my jumper. Lucky I had the boat one tucked away in the canopy. She's just a little bit fresh, but look at this. Beautiful white sand. We'll head down on the beach for a quick little look. Going for a bit of a stroll. I was going to go right around to the point for a bit of a walk just around there, but the seaweed gets pretty thick, so we might check that out in the car later. Head back, Thomas Breckie. Breckie. Cheers, big ears. Alright, so I was going to go to coffee, but got lazy. Just going to have a quick orange juice, and then we'll pack up the rooftop. And we'll go for a quick drive down the beach, just have a bit of a look. And then we'll get out of here. Oh my god, I was just walking along the headland here and I seen something pop its head up and I was like, what is that? And I've just been looking at it and it was a seal. There's a little seal just cruising along here and he was just, oh, there he is. Let's see if he jumps up on the rocks. Oh, there he is. Oh, there he is. Seals are sick. They got to be one of my new favorite animals. Ever since swimming with them at Port Lincoln, it's just blown my mind. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go back and check out the app where we went swimming with the seals. It's just insane. This place is very cool. I just hopped out of the car for a look. I've left the keys, windows down, and I've taken off for a couple of K walk. I don't normally get too deep and meaningful in these sort of episodes, but I'll tell you what, if you get the opportunity to just jump in your four-wheel drive, head out somewhere by yourself, somewhere beautiful little coastline, go for a bit of a walk. Whenever I got people around, we're always so go, 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 and you do tend to miss a lot. I've taken a lot of inspiration out of Brody Moss's videos, and he's out there just solo on a jet ski or out in the ocean, and you see the excitement he gets. And when you're solo, you can take in a lot more, and you do get a lot more excited. I've just been cruising along this little coastline here, like a little kid running down the beach. I'm absolutely loving it, chasing crabs through little water holes, having those seals run along the beach. It's definitely different doing some of this solo stuff, but kind of love it. It's sick. It's making me go a lot slower and really just enjoy it. So I just followed the track out and it actually took me down onto that little beach that I managed to walk to. Now when I look on the map, pull up Hema, I think we might be able to drive all the way down the beach here, but then we're going to miss all the ruins. So I'm going to do a U-E, head back out. Looks like the last high tide wasn't too bad. Soft. Oh shit. The tire track's disappeared. This beach has got far too soft for me to drive on. I've got to try and do a U-turn. I've done myself a mischief here. Oh, this is a really, really bad place to be bogged. And I'm down. Alright, tide's coming up, just laughing at the wheels. Maxtrax are under. I think I'm just going to try and get it up on the bank. Go Maxtrax. I've just parked it up there for the moment. That looks like the old high tide mark. This is where I was just about stuffed. Oh, the heart's pumping. Never travel without Maxtrax. I think I'm up enough to miss the high tide mark. Shit. Oh, that was twin lockers, low range. Oh, I'm shaking. What a dumbass. Oh, I've got to just take a breath and figure out what to do here. It's far too soft to keep going. That's why the other car obviously turned around. I tried to turn around after I seen that, but it was too late. They said the beaches down here were soft. So far I haven't come across any that are quite this bad. This beach is soft. I don't know how high it's going to come up. That's the problem. So I think I might put the Maxtrax in, see if I can just creep a little bit higher up on this bank. You should never drive up on any vegetation, obviously. Well, here we go. That's where my first Maxtrax was to get out. The tide's just coming in now. This is right where I got bogged the first time. Just an important little reminder, obviously I've got out now and I don't have to panic, but when you're touring remote and you're touring solo, or even if it's just you and the missus, like I mean if you're touring solo one vehicle, it's where it pays to have the good quality gear. These are the Maxtrax Extremes. They look brand new, 4.2 tonne car spinning on them. It's only in these couple of moments, but this is when you want good quality gear that won't let you down when you really need it, not when you're just stuck up the beach with your mates having a bit of fun, but when you're in the middle of bloody nowhere. I think the smartest thing to do here is probably wait for this tide to turn. I tried to reverse on that hill and see if I was able to get going again, and it's just not a chance. And I have got the tyres down to 12 pound. I'm not mucking around. So what I've done is I put the Maxtrax out. I've just popped up onto the top of this dune here. There's not too much vegetation, which is lucky. I'll be able to put the Maxtrax up on the roof, and I'll be able to I'll just be able to turn around, get a bit of momentum, and hopefully that little bit of momentum will be enough for me to not have to stop. I think as long as I can get going at a decent rate, I should be fine. I'm so lucky I stopped when I did, because the whole beach is completely taken up further from me. I could see it just getting narrower and narrower. That's why I pulled the panic button and tried to do a U-ey. You always get bogged when you try and turn around, but that's all part of it. So we'll have a crack after lunch. Of course, I'm just about to take off, and big set comes through and pushes that tide up even more. I think we'll be okay. Here goes nothing. Oh, went further that way than I wanted. Get up in the tracks, you big pig. It's soft, but we're moving. Fourth gear, low range, get some speed going. Here we go, it's the last little bit. Missed that puddle of water. Oh. Yes! We're out of there. Wow. That was intense. Alright, well here we go. This is what I come back to show you guys. This is what we could see in the little bit of light that I had off the spotties last night. So I'm guessing this was obviously where they lived. pretty substantial place, and they must have had old phone lines, the telegraph line running through into this and then continued on down down towards Perth. Here's a little fireplace. It's pretty big, and they did a hell of a job too with the architecture. It's obviously been fixed up, you know, in bits and pieces, but the OG original is very bloody cool with fireplaces absolutely everywhere. All right, just gonna jump out, chuck a bit of air in the tires, and we'll be back on the road. Well, it was worth the slog. I've pulled down onto this little beach. I'm calling it Secret Beach. Look, you know what track I was on, you know I took a turn off. It's not signed, you're gonna have to find it for yourself. This place is stunning.